We're gonna continue the simon that the Rebbe is explaining the two periods of the days of Moshiach according to Chassidus. As of now, we learned three places, three explanations of the Rebbe of these two levels of the days of Moshiach according to Chassidus. The first explanation the Rebbe explains is going on. There's a time of eating and drinking, and the time of not eating and drinking. Eating and drinking means a tainuk of the schar of limudat Torah and kima mitzvahs, a tainuk of understanding, and then there's a tainuk for the mesidus nefesh of Torah and mitzvahs. That is the tainuk atzim yabilti murgush. That is going on in so to Nimeisa Mashiach, which means there's the world, and then there's higher than the world. That's the first kufa is tainuk murgush, and the second kufa is the tainuk atzim yabilti murgush, higher than the world. The second explanation that Rebbe explains is that the first kufa is going to be shining the light of the Eibishter that was shining before the Tzimtzum. It's going to come back into the world at light. And the second period is going to shine a light, a light that never existed. That's why the Rambam says the first kufa Olam come and argue. The world is running the same way. Why is it running the same way? Because you're revealing a light of God that is connected to the world, connected to the history of the world. It's not above the creation of the world. But the second kufa, and then there's going to be miracles, nisim and iflois, that's above the nature of the world. That's going on a new light, ir chodosh, that will never shine. The third explanation that Rebbe explains is the idea of what is the difference between the peace, pada b'shalom nafshi. It says pada b'shalom nafshi. So there's three ways. There's a war. When someone's davening, he's fighting his Yetzer Hara. But when he's learning, it's considered peace, pada b'shalom nafshi, because you're not engaging with the enemy. It's above the enemy. The light is just shining. But in this itself, there's a difference between the nigla de Torah, there's davening, there's learning Torah. In Torah itself, there's a difference between nigla de Torah and pnimis Torah. Nigla de Torah, you're dealing with the world, you're dealing with the nyanim from Elam Azagashmi, pnimis Torah, even though, which means that there's a light of the Eibishter that is shining. You're in your place. You're not going down like davening. You're going down to the Nefesh Habanos. You're not going down. You're in your place. But nevertheless, you're dealing with the world, with the Nyanim of Elam Hazagashmi. You're dealing with low things. Mashiach Primus Ateda, you're talking about the Eibishter, you're talking about Alakush the whole time. And then in learning Primus Ateda itself, there is, and also that it says the way you're learning niglas with questions and back and forth. It's like killing someone, you're killing the previous svara. Like Chassidus is the kush of Lepiduk. But the difference between nigla the Torah and Pnimis HaTorah is speaking about the Eibishter. In learning Pnimis HaTorah itself, there's a difference in the way someone's learning Pnimis HaTorah now, which is in and of a seichel, which is an added thing to the person, to the way it's going to be in your Meis HaMoshiach, when then it's going to be Ba'efen Shalidiyah, the Pnimis HaTorah, which means you're going to be totally one with the thing that you're learning. When you're understanding something, it's an added thing to your mitzvahs. But learning Torah Ba'efen Shalidiyah means that it is your mitzvahs, therefore you cannot separate it from you. The Rebbe says these three levels of davening, learning, nigla, and Chassidus. Chassidus itself, there's Chassidus b'zman hazeh and Chassidus b'Yemeisa Mashiach. This is the three dargis of pada b'shalom nafshi. There's the level of the Yemei Shloima, which that's al derech the Indian of limudat Torah. You're learning Torah, but the enemy exists, and in order to be mavared him, you're shining your light down there. And he needs to come to you, and it takes time. Mashiach came, and the Meisa Mashiach is al derech pnimis Torah. You're learning about the Eibush, learning about the Kush. Then is going to be revealed the light of the Eibush that's unlimited. So it's going to affect the whole entire world. In the first kuv of the Meisa Mashiach, all the enemies, wherever they are, whatever it is, they're going to become bottled. Where they are down there in their far lands, they'll not be. There won't be any more enemies. It's going to be part of B'Shalom Nafshi, but nevertheless, it's going to be an added thing to the world. It's not going to be. Therefore, the world is going to be running the same way. It's a light of the Eibishter that's limited. Masha'enkein, in the second Kuv of Yemei Mashiach, when then the world is going to change, what does that mean? That the world itself is going to change. That the light of the Eibishter is going to become one with the world. Therefore, the world is going to change. It's going to become one. So these are three explanations between of the two Kufas of Yemei Mashiach al Chassidus. Tainug, Amurgish, Tainug, Abilti Murgish. Oil that was before the Tzimtzum and the Oil Chodosh, and the third beer is the first kufa is the oil of the Eibishter that's added to the world. It's not changing the materials of the world. It's a sofa. The second kufa is that this is becoming one thing with the world itself, and therefore it's changing the world. This is going on the oil of a blig vul. This is going to be inside the world itself, the higher level. Yes. Okay, now the next explanation. So what's the source? There's the way the nature of the world runs, the teva of the world, and then there is nisim v'niflos, miracles, changing the nature of the world. What's the source of the natural way the world is running, and what is the source, the mile and the Eibishter, for the miracles? The source for the natural way the world is running comes from Shem Elikim, which Elikim is the nature of the world. The source of the miraculous order of acting that is coming from Shem Havaya, which is above Teva, above the world. Which is Havaya's Hoya, it's above time, above space. According to this, we can explain the difference between the two Tkufos of Yemei Mashiach. Tkufa Aleph, Shelo Yeshinu Yateva, Kim Bitul Shibud Malchus Lovat, Gil Elikim Megamatri Ateva. Ubetkufa Shnia Nisim Lamal Mateva, Kinim Bizim Asever, Kamaim Lemachas. So the first period of the days of Mashiach, which the world, the nature of the world will not necessarily, it won't change. That is coming from Shem Elikim. It's going to be revealed, the Gilui Shem Elikim. You're going to see, even in Zman HaGolus, even Shem Elikim is not because you can't see, even the Ur HaMamali Kalalmin, the Ur that's limited to the world with Teva, you can't see. The first Kuva, it's going to be Nizgal Elokus, but that is limited. Shem Elikim. The second Kuv is going to be Nisim L'Alamayla Manateva. This is connected to Shem Havaya, and like the Rambam hints it in the pasuk Kamayim L'Yamachasim, in the end of the whole Rambam, the Rambam is coming to emphasize this level that is above the Kamayim L'Yamachasim. Is like you're covering the whole world. It's above nature of the world. This is Shem Havaya.
How's that like? What is it? How's that hinting to Shem Havaya?
It says, well, Lord, it's Deyas Havaya, Kamayim L'Machasim. The Rebbe is not Mavad over here, but Kamayim L'Machasim in itself means not, it doesn't mean Teva. What does Kamayim L'Machasim? Mallah Ha'aretz, Deyas Hashem. Can mean that the world is being filled. The world is what it is. Kamayim L'Machasim means it's becoming totally bottled. This is hinting on a level that's above the world, above Teva, above nature. Right. Kamayim L'Machasim. The Rebbe says this in many places. The last halach, especially in the words Kamayim L'Machasim, the Rambam is hinting to the second period of Yemei Mashiach, which this is connected to Shem Havai. Okay. I say that the normal state of is that the world should run naturally. That is the normal state, which is Shem Elikim. Sometimes they makes miracles, which is from the term Orim Nisi. I will uplift my flag. I will uplift like the flag that's on top of the mountains that everyone sees. It elevates and reveals godliness that's above the creation, the nature of the world. And this itself reveals that you know what is the essence of the Anhagativis that the Hanhagativis itself is coming from the Eibishter. Through the miracle, you see that the Eibishter changed the nature of the world, but it reveals to you also that what is nature? Nature itself comes from the Eibishter, which is Shem Elikim, which is higher than not just the world. Chas v'shalom. There's an Eibishter over that's creating everything. Then there's a higher level. There's in Zman HaGolus, there's Teva, and then there's Nisim in Zman HaGolus. In the Geula is going to be revealed a third Hecher in Indian. Not only Nisim and Golus, rather it says just like you left the days of Mitzrayim, I will show you wonders. Niflois afilu ba'erech nidle Nisim ditzes Mitzrayim. Like the Tzemach Tzedek explains that if Yetzias Mitzrayim would be happening every day. So what's considered the nature of the world? Imagine Yetzias Mitzrayim would be. Imagine we would see Kriyas Yamsuf every day. So that would be considered the new Teva of the world. So if you want to make a Nes would need to mean something totally greater than Yetzias Mitzrayim than Kriyas Yamsuf. It's gonna there's Teva. And a Pele means it's uplifted higher than the Teva of the world. And Niflois, it's going to be Niflois. Even Ba'erich to the Niflois of Yetzias Mitzrayim, just like a Pele is uplifted, let's say, this amount from Teva, so the Niflois of the Gula are going to be uplifted. Niflois, Ba'erich to the Niflois of Yetzias Mitzrayim. They say Meres. Which means it's going to be even a higher elevation than this idea of Adim Nisi. Which means, what does it mean Adim Nisi? What did we say? That you're revealing a location higher than the Teva of the world, and you see, or you're revealing, you're making a Nes, and this reveals that the Hanhagativis, and this reveals the Eimek of the Hanhagativis, the essence of the natural order that comes from the Eibishter. When you in the Gula, when there's going to be this idea of the Flois, even Ba'erich to the Flois of Yetzias Mitzrayim, this is going to reveal, of course, also that's Mitzad the Teva of the world, and also higher than the world. So they say matters. Yeah, but nice is away from that and in the floors. And in what way is this going to be done in the Gula in a way that will show you the wonders? Not only that there's going to be wonders, but there's going to be it's in the main of the flies saying big golly. But even these wonders are revealed that you can see with your physical eye. They said and even more than that, not only that you could see it, but I will show it to you. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Hashem himself shows us these wonders. Move on. So if it's Hashem himself revealing and showing these wonders, he's making that you should see it. This itself makes it to be in a way of above any limitation, any boundary. Because it's Hashem himself. Hashem himself, which is Bli Gvul, he's the one over here busy making it that you should see it.
Why does that mean that? Because Hashem is showing it to us, why does that automatically mean that it's
the flows on their own are the Ma'ila Medida V'Agbola of the world.
Right.
That itself. Now the Eibishter himself,
the fact that he's showing it,
he wants you. It's HaKadosh Baruch Hu Ma'ara Ba'atzma. Well, the way it's understood from over here is, the Eibishter is believable. If it would be, let's say, a Basar V'Dam, and he would need to be showing you and explaining you how there's a miracle over here or whatever. So it could be that a person's limited. So with Derech Memele, the way he's showing you, so in the flows is also going to be in a limited way. So if he's a smarter person or whatever, he knows what he could show you. But if the Eibishter Alein, which is Bli Gvul, and he's busy showing it to you, so there's no Agbola over here. It's not like he could show you only this amount or not that amount and not to this person, everyone.
Yeah, it's Bli Gvul.
Also. But here the emphasis is that it's Eibishter Alein.
Yeah.
Vagam Shahakoyl Mizgab. So for two things over here. First of all, if the Eibishter is showing it to you, so first of all, it's above Medida V'Agbola. He's showing you. He's showing. It looks like in the floors, because the Rebbe continues. Everything gets revealed, which means you see everything. You see the Elokus in everything. You recognize in the floors that are above the Teva, and he shows it to you. And also, he shows you everything, even in the floors that are in Teva, the Anhaga, he shows you the Elokus that's in the Anhaga Tivis. Not only in the Anhagonisis. Shirigam la'asid lavai ti Anhaga Tivis. For Anhagonisis. Even la'asid lavai, that it's going to be both ways of, there's going to be a natural state and also a wondrous state. Let's see footnote 79. The source of these two ways of running of Teva, Teva comes from Shem Elikim and Shem Havaya. It's not like, okay, so now you're making, now Elokus is revealed, so there's no more Teva Ha'ilam, there's no more Teva. No. There's also going to be Shem Elikim, but Shem Elikim is going to be revealed. You're going to see that. You're going to see the Elokus of Teva. And even more than that, the darga that we could grasp, that Shem Havaya, this is going to be the new Teva Laslav. This is going to be Shem Havaya. This is going to be Shem Elikim. The Shem Havaya of now is going to be the Shem Elikim of Laslav. For Hoya Havaya Lila Elikim. Havaya is going to turn into the level of Elikim. That's going to be the Teva of the world, to live with Shem Havaya. Not the other way around. Havaya is going to turn into Elikim. Havaya, Elikim. The level now, this is wow. This is Havaya. Also, we're going to get so used to it. Right. This is going to be the new Elikim. Yeah. This is going to be the Teva. Right. And then what's going to happen? The higher level of Shem Havaya is going to be revealed. Yeah, okay, so let's continue back inside. Back into the brackets. There's also going to be a natural state of acting, a natural order, Teva, and there's also going to be a miraculous order, which is coming from Shem Havaya. But Kufa base. And even in the second period of the days of Moshiach, when then there's going to be a change in the nature of the world, like we explained, there's two Kufa. Second Kufa is going to be Shema, is Nisim flows. So maybe the second Kufa is only Shem Havaya now. Says the Rebbe, no. Even then there's going to be Shem Elikim. Even then there's going to be Teva. Lo yiz batlu kol chukei hateva lagamrei kapashut. It will not nullify all the order of nature totally kapashut, like it's self-understood. It's like when Shem's going to come, someone's going to be floating all of a sudden. This chair is not going to be on the floor. The chair is going to be floating. I don't know, my hands are going to blow up. I'm going to be this and that.
It's still going to be there.
The Teva of the world is going to be there. No, but then, together with the Teva, the Eibush is going to make miracles. Like the guy said, is everyone going to look like young people? Well, like it's not that the second Kufa starts, and then you take Shem Elikim, you take Teva, and you throw it in the garbage, and everything is one big balagan. No. Right. Each miracle has its purpose. See what I'm saying? Yeah. There's going to be, and it's interesting the way that Rebbe says it over here. Lo yizbatel kol chukei hateva legamrei. It won't become bottled all the chukei hateva totally. It's an interesting lashon, which means there will be chukei hateva that will be nizbatel. Right. For example, ilani sirok, trees that don't give up fruits will give fruits. That's the way it was in the beginning, right? But let's say people pass out and whatever. They die. That's going to be in his bottle. This teva. People get sick. That's going to be in his bottle. Right. Many chukei hateva will be in his bottle.
Well, dying was not. That was also part.
Also the beginning, right? But I'm saying, but this became the teva olam. Right. This is what the Rebbe explains. After that couple of thousand years, this is the way he's running. This is called teva. Right. So these chukei hateva will be in his bottle. There's going to be chukei hateva that are going to become bottle. But even then, all the chukei hateva won't be bottle. Lo yizbatel kol chukei hateva legamrei, totally. Which means, if you want to be medayik on the legamrei, you could say even more than that. That it could even be that all the chukei hateva will be nizbatel to a certain extent, but they won't become bottled totally. They'll still have a certain status. Right. But Echshahu, but Pasha Pshat over here that Rebbe is coming to bring out is that don't think like, oh, second kufa, one big cholent, and the whole world is one big salad, and there's no world, and there's no nothing, and everyone's going to be flying, and I don't know what. The world is going to be a world. It's going to have teva ilam. All the chokei teva will become bottle.
But there'll be like
there's going to be chokei teva.
Like an optional feature.
Maybe there's an argument, yeah, like whatever's necessary. Yeah, you need to get to the Beis Hamikdash. It says today's the Chodesh Tak. It says, what's the lashon of Hayim Midei Chodesh B'Chod Shei Midei Shabbos B'Shabbat Yovikol Basar L'Shtachvis L'Fonai. In the time in the Beis Hamikdash Rishon and Sheni, the Mishkan Aliyah L'Regel was 3 times a year. The Chiddush of the Gula that it's going to be Midei Chodesh B'Chod Shei Midei Shabbos B'Shabbat, and like the Rebbe brings the Medrash on this pasuk that how are we going to get to the Beis Hamikdash every Shabbos and every so Nishna it's not going to be tunnels. The Eibush is going to have these clouds that it's going to pick us up from our house and take us to the Beis Hamikdash. We'll dive in the Shachris, Musaf, come back home for whatever, come back for Mincha with these clouds. This is going to be the new taxi cars. No, Tchum is 2,000 amas. But if you're above 10 tfachim, so there's no Isra Tchumim, right?
Whatever, yeah.
Tchumim, right. Tchum is to go 2,000 amas. Above 10 tfachim, that's why it's explained that Eliyah Novi, or whatever that he wants to get, because if it's L'malam and Asara, so there's no Isra Tchumin and there's no problem. Okay. And the Rebbe continues. Look at the Rebbe says, V'yiyah oz, gam achiluk ben yomei achil v'yomei Shabbos. Even in the Geula, there's going to be a difference between the weekdays and the day of Shabbos. B'yom shekol Shabbos u'menocha l'chai olamim gufa. In the Yom Shekol Shabbos or Menocha L'Chai Olamim itself, there's going to be a difference between Yomei Achal and Yomei Shabbos. It's not, it's Yom Shekol Shabbos, so now there's no weekdays, it's Shabbos a whole week. No, there's 6 days a week and there's a 7th day, it's Shabbos. Look at this passage you just brought. The pasuk emphasizes that on every Shabbos we're going to go to the Beis Hamikdash. What does that mean? That's not that it's just going to be only Shabbos. There is 6 days a week that come from Shem Elikim, and Shabbos that comes from Shem Havaya. But nevertheless, we will see in each Inyan, the Eibishter will reveal the Niflois, will see the Lakus that's in the Teva of the world, in the 6 days of the week. It's not going to be 6 days that are concealing on the Eibishter, and then only on Shabbos it's Vayachal Elikim. Even though it's coming from Shem Elikim, but we're going to see the Alokus that's in the Shem Elikim. Shem Elikim is going to be Begili. V'agili akloli da hanhoga nisis ad gama gili mizela gama gili mizel shelagamri nifla. So it's going to be revealed also the source, and it's going to be revealed the inyan of hanhoga nisis, and also the level that totally there's Nisim and the flosses of an higher than Nisim, everything is going to be revealed. V'shleimar shetchilose v'siyum shel sefer Rambam sheshmei meisha v'yidu apis kamei meisha v'ad meisha lekom kameisha hu al derech hatoichen to mizmer et tefillah lemeisha mizmer tzadik v'tilam tchilose v'siyum. Now the Rebbe is explaining, we can say that Rambam, which his name is Moshe, so the beginning of his sefer at the Rambam, and the end of the Rambam is Al Derech, the difference between the beginning of Tefillah L'Meisha, Kapitel Tzadik in Tehillim. Right? Just the Rebbe is going to explain, because Moshe is Moshe and Moshe.
His birthday here.
This was, the Rebbe said this on Yer Aleph Nissen, Tavshin and Nun Aleph. So that's why. Okay. The Pasuk Tefillah L'Meisha Isha Elikim, Yeshnam Gimel in Yonim Adreigis. In what it says, prayer to Moshe, the godly man. There's 3 darikas over here. Aleph. There is the work of Ish Elikim. Elikim is Tava, work, Bria. The darika, we're revealing a lukus that is connected to the world. It has a shaykhus to the world. Base, then there's Tefillah L'Meisha. What's Meisha? Meisha, Gili Shem Havaya, Shalamaylam and Abriya. Meisha symbolizing on a level of revealing the name of Havaya that's higher than the Teva of the world. The third level is to be mavader, the lowest level, that there's nothing lower than this level.
How does Moshe go on Shem Havaya?
It's revealing Shem Havaya that's above the Bria. 1 second. Let's see if the Rebbe explains this. I think the Rebbe is going to explain this in a minute. Yeah. I was thinking, it says, what's the name Moshe? I took him out of the water. And the Mayim, water is going on Alma Diskasia, the hidden level, which that's going on Shem Havaya. Shem Havaya is Alma Diskas, and Shem Elikim, what's revealed, Teva is Alma Disgalia. Okay. This concept is hinted in what it says, the prayer. Where do you see this third Indian of being mavad the tacht and shetach l'mat menas? Eishalikim is a teva. Meish is higher than teva. Shem Havai. Where do you see this? The bitter of the world itself. This is going on tefillah l'meish. Kabavur b'chassidus. Shezoi tefillas osher. Hakshuri matzmusi is barich. Shalamai. Oh, then there's another Indian. Wait a second. Let's read this first. Hakshuri matzmusi is barich. Moshe Rabbeinu's prayer. What's Moshe Rabbeinu davening? There's tefillah la'ani, a prayer of a poor man. What is he davening? He's missing something. So he's asking the Eibishter to fulfill, the basics. But Moshe Rabbeinu's tefillas ashir, it's a rich prayer. The tefillas ashir is for the Eibishter. Let's see what it says over here. It's tefillas ashir akshir matzmusi is barich. It's this highest level of Elikus that's higher than Shem Havai, higher than Shem Elikim, which Shem Havai is going on Seviv, Shem Elikim is going on Mamali, and it connects. It's this level that connects both of them together. Shem HaKoyach HaAtzmos. Shalamayla Gamber Mimitzius Ha'ilam, or Mishlilas Mimitzius Ha'ilam, Nimshach HaLakus, B'chol Ha'ilam, B'chol HaDargit Shabbat B'tacht Shetacht L'mata Mimenu. So this third level, it's harder than that's Tefillah. So there's a lakus that's ma'erich to the world, that's mamali, that's higher than the world, and it's shodel the world. It's soiviv kalam, and it's surrounding. It can't be grasped in the world. That's soiviv, Shem Havaya. Then there's a level that's above everything. It's higher than soiviv, it's higher than mamali. Therefore, it could, because it's higher than everything, it has no agbolis, it could bring a lakus even in to the lowest places. If it's a mamale, so it's a lakus that's better to the world.
Right.
So Sheviv is higher than the world. It kind of it's nicht on to bring in the scabble in the world. Oh, atzmus, the deepest level has no agbolis. So even in the tacht and tacht l'mata mimenu, that's where it can be revealed. It can even be revealed. And this level of tefillah, this level of atzmus, which is connected with the Eibishter himself, this is going to be in the most complete way in the true and ultimate redemption, right? It was even by Moshe Rabbeinu then when he said tefillah Moshe. But when will this be in the most complete way? The tefillah, the gilui of atzmus, this will be in the true and ultimate redemption. It's when the spirit of impurity will be destroyed and demolished and taken out from the world. Like the Rambam says, there will be no war. The whole occupation of the whole entire world will be nothing else but to know the Eibishter himself. Like the Rambam says, this is the revelation of the level of the geschmack of the Eibishter will rest upon us. What does that mean? Noyam Hashem. Alma da'osi ikri noyam. It says in Zoyar that the world to come, the Days of Moshiach, the gold is called noyam, geschmack. Tainu ga'atzmi. The essence of the pleasure. This is going on Pnimius Atik. The highest level of Elikus is going to be revealed. And because you're revealing this deep, high level, this, what happens because of this? When it's tefillah, where is it nimshach? it goes in. So that's what it says. So my Deinu Kanina no my Deinu Kaneo. This is going on the base of Hamikdash, which is Dafka Nelamazai Gashmi, and that's Dafka where the Eibishter rests, right? It says Hashemayim 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 Lo Yachal Kolocha. The highest levels, the heavens, they can't grasp. The Eibishter can't rest there. Where could he grasp? Afbabai says Dafka in this house, in the base of Hamikdash. That's where the Eibishter is. According to this, we can explain how this capital Tehillim, Tefillah Moshe, the prayer of Moshe, is the beginning of the capital, and the end of the capital is just like the beginning of the Rambam and the end of the Rambam, which is also Moshe Rabbeinu Hasvardi, Rabbeinu Moshe ben Maimon Hasvardi. Betchila Sifra, the beginning of the Rambam is what? Is Soida, Savamudach Chachmis. Rosh Hashanah Havaya. The foundation of all foundations and the pillar for all the wisdoms is to know there's Eibishter. But this is a Rosh Hashanah of Shem Havaya. This is Hashem's name. Like the Rambam Zainikol wrote. The David Anagid wrote that the Rambam in the beginning of the Rambam was hinting to the name Havaya. But then the Rambam continues in the first parak, and he brings the pasuk. It says, so the Rambam starts off with this level of Havaya. Then the Rambam also talks about, Havaya and Atzmus, the highest level. To know that there's this first existence, the essence, the trueness of his existence. This is going on Atzmus. And how does the Rambam end off his whole sefer? He ends off his whole sefer with the halachas of Mashiach, which is connected with the world to come. This is connected to the Narg of Noyam. Just like the Rambam starts off, just like Tefillah Moshe starts off with what? With Atzmus. Capital Tzaddik starts off with Atzmus, Tefillah Moshe. And it's also Isha Alikim. Tefillah Moshe is Atzmus, Moshe is Havaya. And it ends off with V'hinoyam Hashem Elokeinu Aleinu Ma'aseh Kanana Aleinu. This is going on, that the highest level of Elokus should come and be Mavar the lowest levels of Elokus, the lowest parts of the world. So to the Rambam starts off with Shem Havaya, Yudke Vavke, Avamas Havaya Le'elam. He starts off with Atzmus, just like Tefillah. He starts off with Amitis Imotzoi, Lamesha, which is going on Shem Havaya, so Rambam brings Shem Havaya. How does the pasuk end off? To be the third level of because Atzmus, the highest level is being revealed. So it's Mavarid. The Tacht and Shetach Mimanu. That's the idea of V'hinoyim Hashem Elokeinu Ma'aseh Kanana, that it's being Mavad the lowest levels. That's in the end of the Rambam that he's talking about Mashiach. That's going on the revelation of Atzmus, like we said before. When is this highest level of Niflois, the highest level going to be revealed? This is going to be Nemesa Mashiach. Alma Da'asi is this level of Noyam. Right? V'hinoyam. It ends off V'hinoyam. What's Noyam? That's the idea of Mashiach. The Rambam ends off with V'hinoyam, with Mashiach. But there are Gufa-based Kufas, and in the days of Mashiach itself, we said that there's two Kufas. Shalo Yiyashidu Yatev, Kimbitul. It's going to be revealed a lokus that's drawn down into the lowest levels of the world. That's what we say. There won't be a change in the nature of the world. What's going to be Nizmatel being Meshubit, being under the rulership of other nations. But that's going to be Nizmatel. And the Netev of the world is going to be running the same. That's going on the revelation of Shem Havaya B'Gematria Teva. Mitzad Atzmus, Mitzad the high level of Atzmus, it reveals a Lakus on both levels. When you're dealing with the highest level, it reveals a Lakus that's higher than the world, and reveals the Lakus that's in the world also, like we said before. So the Rambam ends off with the Mashiach, which is in generally this level of Noyam, this high level of a Lakus, which affects both ways, in a way, side in the way of Teva, and side with Kavashni and Nisim Lamaylam Teva. The second period of the days of Moshiach, which are above nature, like it's hinted in the words like the Rebbe says that he explains somewhere else in length, which that is then the Hadron of Tavshin and Aleph, of Hadron, where the Rebbe explains how Kamayim La Yom HaChasim is hinting on the second Kuv of Yemei Mashiach. It's hinting on a level that's nullifying the Teva of the world. Okay, so we learned over here, Baruch Hashem, I think 4 places where the Rebbe explains this idea of the 2 periods of the days of Mashiach according to Chassidus.